Well, I'm finally heading out to go do my wilderness lure building. I had a few setbacks. I had to go pick up some bug spray, and I didn't have any 5-minute epoxy, but I got all my crap now, so we're on the way. They didn't respond to my mating call. Well, before I do anything else, I gotta see if anything's biting. Nice little spot for a plug. I still got some of these available in the Etsy shop. I immediately got distracted by something. Can you see what that is? I'll be doing something with that later.
Oh, little baby, right at the bank.
I believe I want to go with something very shallow diving and that looks like a minnow. Gotta find some wood. That feels a little damp. We might come back to that maybe under the poison ivy. I don't know what this is. I think it was a big old vine. The problem is it's kind of damp as well. It rained recently, so I did bring a piece of dry cottonwood bark, but I really don't want to use that. I want to find something out here. Maybe if I play around with this piece a little bit, I can find a section that's fairly dry. It feels lightweight. I think this would be some good material. If anybody knows what this is, let me know. I don't believe this was a tree. You can see the other part of it right there. I think this was a big old vine. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I'll have to look that up. So I don't know how easy it is to tell, but the inside is pretty rotten. The outside is pretty good though. That should be about enough. I'm just gonna kind of sketch somewhat of a minnow on here. Gonna go with something similar to that. Hack off these ends with the saw since that'll be a little easier. Alright, so while this is still squared up, I'm gonna go ahead and cut one line for the lip slot. I can widen that out later. Very crooked. We got the rough profile carved out. Now I'm gonna start doing that and doing that. A little bit of that. A little bit of that. Actually, no. I'm gonna put the eyes in first. Alright, this is where we're at so far. I think I got everything pretty symmetrical. Pretty basic shape. I like it though. I think it'll work good. Got my positions marked for where I want my hook hangers, possible positions for lead, and I'm just putting my line tie on the center line. Gonna seal the wood with some of this super thin star bond. Try not to make a complete mess with it. Not ideal. Alright, I'm going to sand off all my fingerprints and crusty stuff that the super glue left. Now this thing really doesn't need a very big lip. I don't want it diving like crazy. I'll straighten it up more than that, but that's kind of what we're looking like. The way I'm going to do this, I'm going to score these lines and then just snap it off. I can shape up the rest of that with sandpaper and it'll be perfect. I'm just going to guesstimate on the amount of lead and the placement. I'm guessing like around 2 grams should be good. I didn't bring my scale, so this is all going to be guesswork. This is the exciting part of the video. Time for the paint. This is what I've been wanting to show you. This. The Imudis. This obviously wasn't made in America, but after doing a lot of research, this had the best reviews and the best price that I could find on Amazon. Have not even used this thing yet. I did pull it out to test it. It is a portable airbrush system. This is the compressor. I could have brought my water, but I'm testing this product because there will be an affiliate link to this in the description if anybody is interested. And I will receive a very small commission if you purchase it. But check it out. So everything's pretty straightforward out of the box. I mean, needle's already in there. Everything's adjusted. This controls how far back you can pull your trigger. I just screw that back. I'm not going to be using that. It is double action. So I don't know. We'll see what quality it is. This just threads on, and it comes with a couple other reservoirs you can use. And to put it on, you simply screw it on here. It does come with a hose. I'm not going to use that because I don't have anywhere to set the airbrush and I don't want to spill my paint, so I'm just going to do it like this. But turn it on. It's very hard to tell, but the percentages are illuminated, so that shows you what percentage. Right now it's on full. Now this thing is advertised to blow out at 32 psi, I believe. All right, first test. That's working. It's spitting quite a lot. I have been having trouble with my white though, so I mean that may not be the airbrush's fault. But I'm gonna go ahead and move forward with spraying the lure. I don't want you to think that the airbrush is having all these problems. This is the paint, I guarantee you, because I have the same problem with my Iwata. This paint is just old and clumpy. Yeah, I didn't think about what I would do for letting the paint dry between coats. So I actually got caught up playing with the airbrush and forgot what I was actually wanting to do with the paint scheme. So I don't actually really want any paint on the sides. Probably should have just rolled with it. Well, I couldn't get all the paint off, but maybe that might turn out looking cool. I wanted some of the wood grain to show through, and I was going to use the color of the bait to kind of add a little bit of natural color to it, but whatever. Jeez, it's hot out here. This is ridiculous. Moving on to a different color. Found something to hold it with too, by the way. Oh wow, that sprays so much better. See, I told you guys it was my paint, and I covered the sides again, which, whatever. Geez, I forgot how fast 5-minute epoxy sets up. That might be the downfall to this whole bait looking good. Good God, look how yellow that stuff turned. Absolutely terrible. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so bad. So bad. Well, that 5-minute epoxy really has me in a bad mood. It's still sticky a little bit, but whatever. Jeez. I don't know if you can see the detail of just how bad this is. Oh well. I really hope this thing works because, like, if I'm being honest, it's really hot out here and I've gotten very aggravated because of the epoxy. So if it doesn't work, I'm probably not gonna mess with it. Probably just gonna call it a failure. I'm still gonna upload the video though. Okay. So ugly. It floats. And it swims. It's actually not too bad. All right, let's see what happens. It's a mud bass. I guess I need a slow-mo shot. Okay, well, regardless what it looks like, I mean, it worked. It caught a fish. Yeah, my wife's not gonna be happy about that. Check this out. Best thing about the new vehicle. You hear that? That's a butt conditioner. Butt fan, maybe. Yeah, depends on how you look at it. Butt fan. We completed the mission. I'm not very happy with how the lure turned out. The epoxy really let me down. DevCon 5-minute epoxy, not good for clear coat, but we did complete the mission. In the sun, the heat, the humidity, and we caught a fish. Oh, and check out the shirt. Isn't that cool? We caught a fish today. I don't know if I'll make these available or not. because people just generally don't buy shirts. But I don't know, if I got enough people that want one, holler at me in the comments and I might make them available.